Today on the Happy House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff, an easy and inexpensive way to create your own custom fabric.
So you can take that color that you have chosen for your furniture and you can just get a different shade of it by using the paint to dye the fabric.
And then learn how to create your own themed party using things you have from around the house and advice from the birthday child. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Happy. I learned early on things are much easier with a little help. I also have a few tricks of my own to share. It's go time, people. Welcome to the Happy House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff. Amanda, I recently redid my living room. I'm looking for some finishing touches. I need some pillows and some window treatments, and I need to find some fabric.
Okay, so here I've got a really inexpensive solution that's going to tie in beautifully with the paint that you've already picked. So you can take that color that you have chosen for your furniture and you can just get a different shade of it by using the paint to dye the fabric.
It seems like it might be hard.
It's really not that hard.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do anything hard. You know that.
Okay.
So you picked Old Violet, which I just love. And what we're going to do now is we are going to take, I pulled some samples of fabric that I had here, and this is the type of project we would do in the store. Okay, so this is a great old tablecloth I picked up at an estate sale. And sometimes we'll find them just with a stain or whatever on them, but they're in pretty decent shape, right?
I can tell that this fabric is not brand new. It's going to be very porous or absorbent. Yes, and I think that that's probably...
That's key. You definitely want it, if it's been coated with something or polyester, that's not going to absorb that dye. Stick with linens, natural fabrics.
Okay.
Okay, and once we finish with this might be something you'd use either on your table or just with some clippy things as a curtain. You could make pillow covers out of it. But we're just going to get the fabric. Now what's nice about it, we're going to do about 2 liters of water.
Okay, so we've got just a big bucket of normal water.
Just tap water, just room temp. Why don't you give me one more up to the 2 liter mark. And then we are going to take our paint, and here's the Old Violet. And the rough estimate is 1 tablespoon of paint per liter of water.
Okay, so we have 4 liters in here total.
So we're gonna get 4 of these guys. And I mean, it's not super scientific, you can see. And I'll
perfect
stir. I know you like it when it doesn't have to be exact.
Mom is happy.
Shameless plug. Thank you.
I love these.
Aren't they cute?
They're so cute.
All right. Now let's say that you were dyeing this piece and you wanted to do, the same density of color on the whole thing. Okay, then you would just plop it all in here.
I'm in my secret life a professional tie-dyer.
Oh. The things I didn't know about Happy.
If I use some of that same methodology, like fan folding and different things like that, am I going to get those same sorts of effects?
You absolutely will.
Okay.
Yep. You can. So for today, I think we should just dunk the whole thing in.
Yep.
Start with the mixture that we just did. We're going to wring it out. And then you want to let it dry just in the sun is usually the best idea. If it's winter and you can't get outside, then you want to just maybe put it with something under it to catch the drips, but just let it dry naturally. Once it's dry, take a hot iron or put it in the dryer, and that's what's going to set the color.
Got it. And
then after that, then you can wash it. Now what I love about this is when you're trying to put a room together and you want your room to obviously not be matchy-matchy, but we're not into that, but at least coordinate. Yeah. This is a great way to use your paint color, maybe used on your walls or maybe used on furniture, and then incorporate it into your fabrics. So we'll take that out. Now if you looked at that and said, no, I want it to have a deeper color, then we would just do it again and add more paint.
Got it. This is a very beautiful color though.
Now you can see where we got again, you might not, that wouldn't bother me. I think that might be my favorite part. But
it's other places.
It's other places. But if you're someone who likes it to be perfect, right, then you just want to make sure you have that really mixed in well.
And we use the paint stick, but I can see using something like a whisk would probably...
That's a great idea.
Oh, thanks.
You're looking
I just had an idea.
Yes, the student becomes the teacher. I love it.
All right. So then we're going to let this air dry and then go from there.
Okay, so this is a fun idea. I just took an old seat cushion.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
This is a rush seat that someone covered? I never knew you could do that.
You can do that.
Because they break down and get prickly.
Yes, they do. And they're not very comfortable to sit on when that happens.
No.
So a little piece of foam on top and then covered. And I just use Painter's drop cloth. It's my favorite fabric to use for home decor projects. So I'm just going to tape this off. So you could do it however you wanted to do your design. We're just going to paint just this section with the watered down mixture. Okay? All right.
So we've taped part of the seat cover off.
Yeah, I mean, you could even do a design. You could get crazy. We're going to start super simple.
All right, and this container is our water container, and you've added not that much. Honestly, it's just probably like a half an inch or an inch. Yeah.
You know, I don't like to be really exact.
Well, me either. It's some of this and some of that.
That's right. Okay, so just give that a little stir.
Okay.
And again, you want to just make sure it's all mixed together well.
This is gonna be pretty.
And what would be fun is to kind of pick if you had a set of 4 chairs, pick 4 different colors.
I love that.
Work together nicely.
Okay.
All right, so then we'll just get a little of that mixture on, and you're just going to paint, just being careful to stay just on that side. But if you were to mess up, you know what we would do? We would just...
So here's a question. How long does this take to dry, and how do I set this color in, or is it dyeing the fabric? Talk to me about that.
So I would let this sit overnight, just because that water's soaking all the way into the fabric and the foam likely, so you want all of that to dry. And then if you wanted to seal it, you would just use the clear wax, again, just like you would on furniture, and that would seal it, make it so that you could just wipe it off. But you know, another thought is that it's just as easy to get your paint and water out and just paint over.
Yeah, I don't think that I would actually seal this if I'm not painting this part, so I'm just gonna let it dry. Ooh, that is pretty.
And what's fun about it is you end up with, you know, a one-of-a-kind chair. Nobody's going to have a chair that looks like that.
That's
really
cute. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Super easy. Okay, so there's obviously lots of things you could use that same technique on. I have some placemats, and I thought, oh, that could be fun. Let me get the rest of that.
Now these actually are real placemats, but you could make this out of painter's tarp as well.
Yep. These are real placemats, and so you could just tape off a design.
I'll do the same color because I think it would be cute to actually
That's true.
do chair placemat and have 4 different versions. So it's all easy enough. Tape it off and then go ahead and paint. I like that I can make a mess when I'm here.
And you don't have to clean it out.
Well,
Most of the time when we make a mess like that, I'm like, oh, actually, I like the way that looks on that table. So one fun idea would be to then tape off another section and maybe do a watered down version of this color, a further watered down, so you get different tones to it.
this is gonna be, oh yeah. I love projects like this. Easy home decor and custom.
Custom. And you could add a stencil to that. I mean, you could do a lot of fun things with that.
Amanda, this has been easy breezy.
Yes.
As always. And I've got some great ideas for finishing my room off, and I'm really excited about it.
I'm glad. I can't wait to see it all put together.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
Coming up next on the Happy House, it's party time. Learn how to create your own themed party. Hey Chandler, what's one of your favorite birthday parties you've ever had?
The water party.
The water party? It's so funny because I think you were about maybe 5 or maybe turning 6, and now how old are you?
10.
So this was a while ago. But you came to me and you said, I really want to have a water party. And I'm like, oh, like at a water park? And you said, no, I want to have watermelon. I want blue Jello. You wanted all these kinds of water things. And I had never thought about that. You outdid me with creativity on that one. So we put it together, and all the guests had so much fun. And the thing I loved about that party, Chandler, is we had little friends and older friends come, and everybody had a good time, because that's part of the challenge about planning a birthday party when you have friends of all different ages, right? Do you know that? Yeah. So we put together some really fun food and some fun activities. We're going to talk about what we did to prep for the party and served our guests right now. Are you ready to share it with people? Okay. Most of these ideas were yours. High five. Okay. First, we, of course, had to invite people, right? So we made this cool fishbowl invitation. And this was really easy. Mommy helped with this part because you had all the food ideas, but I got kind of crack-a-lacking on the invites and all the other activities. But we used just something round from our kitchen and traced a circle on, this was just some cardstock that was already a hard card, I feel that's hard, that Mom bought at the grocery store. So I traced out the half circle, and then used a smaller mug. We're gonna open this up, but it's really cute because it's like it's in a fishbowl, right? So then we used a smaller mug to trace this inside water part. And then I just kind of cut these with my scissors. It was really easy. And then, so this isn't your party. I made this invitation just for the show because this says, Henry's turning 2. Hey, we have a Henry. How old is he?
20.
Yeah, so he's not turning 2. All right, please join us for a splish splash birthday bash. Bring a suit and towel. And that's really important for the water party, right? Because when we get to the activities, we do use water,
Yeah.
but we also do things,
Sprinklers.
sprinklers, yes. Spoiler alert. But we do things like we play games on our beach towels and stuff. So we want to have people bring that. All right, so we send out the invites to people. And then let's talk about the food. What do we have here? What did you help me pick out?
Watermelon marshmallows.
Watermelon marshmallows. Those were actually a special find that we just found at the grocery store. Luckily, it is summertime right now, but this party does not have to be done in the summer, does it, Chandler?
No, it can be done inside or outside.
Yep, because we don't want to run the sprinklers inside, but there's lots of fun things. We could still have like a beach towel picnic, right? Even if we're inside, and it might be kind of fun for people to think about water in the winter. So, all right, we've got this.
My favorite candy.
You hate these.
Of course.
What are these?
Swedish fish.
Yeah, and this is a very important part of the party, isn't it? Yes. Do you want to try one right now? Orange. Okay. So we have the Swedish fish, and then what else we have?
Goldfish.
Goldfish. These are to eat, but will also be used for an activity later. Do you remember about the? Yep. So these are something we need at our party, and of course,
The best thing ever.
what's your favorite food?
Watermelon.
Yeah, all watermelon, all the time, right? And you have to. How do you like your watermelon?
Slices.
Not pieces, right?
Not like that chunky stuff.
No can do.
Not chunky
No.
peanut butter.
No. Okay, then we did these little Jello bowls. So this is blue Jello because of course we have to have everything
Blue.
blue or with water in the name because it's a
Water party.
Yep. So we took and made little kind of wavy fish pools. Do you remember how we do this?
No.
Okay, so should we check it? Should I show you first?
This isn't
I think once I give you a quick lesson, like about 2 seconds, you're gonna remember. So I just squeeze this nozzle. Am I ready to whip this out? Do you want to try one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do them all.
Okay.
Hello.
We got a tidal wave going on over here. Okay, so once we put the whipped cream on, then remember this? We take our little fish.
Orange.
You want an orange one? And put it right on there. So we've got these little, these little wave bowls. Those are super fun. Hey, Chan, are you ready? We won't tell our guests that happened, okay? Okay. Party shenanigans. All right, you do this final one. Woo! That was a good one. All right, now let's put our fish. And we've got little tidal wave pools. Does that look delicious? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe I have a whipped cream issue going on. All right. Okay. So we've got our invites, and then we also, of course, have blue drinks because it's all about blue and it's all about water, right? The final thing, because this is a birthday party, and we are not serving a meal at this party, at this particular party we're planning, but I did bring in some pizza for your party, right? If you want to serve like a dinner or a lunch thing. But this is just all snacks. So a great time would be like 1:30 to 3:30 or 2 to 4. And that's right between meal times, so you don't have to actually serve a meal. Okay, Chandler, it is time to make our cake. So we're not actually, what we did we kind of cheated. Sometimes it's okay to cheat. Not in school, but sometimes when you're having a party, it's okay to cheat. So do you want to help me make this really cute cake we're gonna have?
Cheat cake?
Cheat? It's a sheet cake, but we're gonna cheat. Did you just give away the secret that we're cheating with a sheet cake?
It sounds like cheesecake, but it's cheat cake.
Sheet cake. Okay. So let's move this to the side.
Cheat and cheat.
Can you help me move all this aside? Because we need to move our cake. Incoming, we have got the superstar of the birthday party, which is the cake coming in.
But how does that work?
How does what work?
How is that the superstar? Isn't the person who's...
Well, oh, I'm sorry. The second superstar of the party, which is the cake, not the... But the cake says it all, right? It's the thing that's really pretty at the party. So right now, happy birthday, Chandler. Here's your cake. We are going to make this cake into a whale. And what I did is I've got this fabric. I know, it's gonna be fun, right? I've got this fabric that we are gonna use outside on our table, but this is what I'm gonna use as my inspiration to make this cake. And then what's gonna happen is we're gonna frost it and decorate it. So I picked up this sheet cake, and it's a half sheet from my grocery store. And then I'm starting with sort of a nice canvas to create a cake custom to my party, and this is going to be a lot less expensive than if you would get it made exactly how you wanted it, because a lot of places wouldn't have a cake just like this, or a whale cake, right?
It smells good.
It does smell good. All right, we're going to get started.
Don't make a nose. Wheels don't have noses.
I'm not going to make a nose. Chandler, we made our whale cake. How do you think it turned out?
I'm scared it's gonna slide off, but yeah.
We just cut this shape out, and I used this fabric because it doesn't have to be perfect, so I kind of, right? You saw me, I just dug in and started cutting, right? And then frosted the whole thing and put some blue sprinkles, and of course an eyeball. It also, Chandler got to taste all the cake around here. Was that pretty delicious? Yeah? Okay, we are going to take a break and then head outside for our water party activities. Are you ready? Hey, that's for the guests. Don't eat that yet. We'll be right back with fun water party activities for kids of all ages. Shannon and I spent yesterday prepping for our party, which was fun, but now it's time for the real fun. Our kids are gonna do the fun activities we've planned, the first of which is a photo booth. So set out props and beach towels and blow-ups and just give kids a space to have silly pictures taken. Everybody loves prizes. Fill up a kiddie pool or a tin with water and put numbered ducks in, and kids can draw to choose a prize. Pick up these prizes from your dollar store, or maybe you even have things on hand that could go in the prize bucket. But it's lots of fun. And here's the trick, everybody wins a prize. A fun activity and also great party favorite is to tie-dye shirts. Buy multi-packs of plain white t-shirts, make sure you wash them first, and then buy tie-dye in the color scheme of your party. We went green and blue here because it's a water party. And use spray bottles to apply the dye. Have the kids do that, their hands won't get messy. A lot of people are afraid of tie-dye, but it's easier than you think. Online, you'll find all the instructions you need. Package up every child's wet shirt in a Ziploc bag and send them home with the instructions on how to set the color. The table is set. After we play some bingo, we were going to dig into snacks. All I did to set this table was use fabrics and tablecloths I had at home, spread out some themed items, but really planning any themed party is very easy when you just search for things around your home and, of course, get ideas from the birthday child. Everybody loves bingo. I made these bingo cards to play a water bingo. I just looked online and was able to find downloadable bingo cards. And then because we're having a water party, we're using goldfish crackers as markers. So who wants to play some bingo?
Me!
Bingo! One more. Okay. Yes.
Nice shot.
To learn more about this party and how to host your own themed party, visit our website. Where's my camera?
I'm your camera.
Okay. What about
This
my
is your
camera?
Your camera is David's camera. All right. No one is Bill's camera. We are all rolling. I assume.
Bill is an empty lot.
Clap.
Clappy clap.